Alright, to start this video off, I have a question for you. What do you get when you cross a college student that really doesn't want to do his homework with a brand new Tumbler set in the year 2025? You get this video. Custom Lego showcase of random minifigures from the Dark Knight series. I just feel like a lot of the figures needed an extra oomph, and then just some needed figures. And here's one of those that just needed a figure. This is Christian Bale Bruce Wayne. Pretty easy figure. It's just a fig bar if you put a bunch of pieces together. The body comes from Professor X because I just didn't like the blue suit. And the face comes from the Legolas, I think, or it's like a LexCorp officer from Batman v Superman. I don't know. And I got a slicked back hair to go with it. I think it pretty much encapsulates him. I don't know how I feel about the hair, but overall, it's alright. It's good enough for what it needs to be. But now, we have the more interesting figures, starting with the main show himself, the Dark Knight. I didn't make the Batman Begins suit, mainly because I didn't feel like it, and I don't like that design. I think it's kind of bland. I think the Dark Knight suit is just 10 times better than the Batman Begins suit. So, I might make that one later if I feel like it, but this is that one for right now. I used the classic cape because I just don't like the plastic capes they're pushing right now. I think they're kind of lame. And I got these figures, like these pieces for the figure from a knockoff. I got these like gloves that you can see with like the little spikes. And then the mask, which I think is like genuinely the like main attraction of this figure. I got just from a knockoff. And if you look, he has like normal eyes. And one of my favorite parts about that is underneath, I just basically marked him up with a Sharpie because I just wanted to get it done. And it looks really well. Like, it looks really good. The eyes perfectly stand out. It's a bit messy without the mask, but once you put the mask on, it just looks completely intentional. And I love that. It's genuinely probably like my favorite figure just from simplicity and ease. I love it. It's just really nice, ties the figure together. I might get the legs from the $200 Tumbler set just because I didn't want to fork over like $200 for that set for two figures because I just don't like big cars. But that's not the point. The point is you came here to see more figures, and here's another one. This is the Joker. And as you can see, I changed out the hairpiece because I don't like the hairpiece they kept giving Heath Ledger. I thought it was kind of eh. So I found the Mad Eye Moody one in like a pick-a piece, so it's like brown instead because they like to do creative colors. And I painted it green and then sprayed it with some gloss. And I think it works a lot better. I know it doesn't match Lego's normal green, but I don't know. An interesting color green works for this character. And then if you can't tell, I added coattails with a cloth piece. But this cloth piece isn't like custom made, it's a Lego Batman movie coattails from Joker, but I cut them before they got too long. I cut them like right there so that they match the movie. I just didn't really like those coattails. I thought they were way too silly and goofy. Makes me sound like the fun police, but it works really well for this figure, so I'm not complaining. And then we also, from the Dark Knight, have Two-Face, because yeah, I bought the Tumbler set, so I wanted to make him perfect too. Pretty simple changes, but overall I think they were necessary. I made one of his legs black to match the design of the torso, and I painted the hip black all the way around, if you can. I think you can see that. And I painted the side of the leg and the arm and the front with gray splotches, so that matches the torso, because I don't think it matched it at all, and I don't like that. I want a cohesive design. I didn't put it on the back because Lego just doesn't really do that with a leg. But I made him keep the coin because I like the coin. I didn't change his hand out because I'm pretty sure he doesn't burn his hand at all or anything. Some versions of Two-Face have him burn his hand, but I don't think this one did. And then he has the gun, the revolver from Brickforge. I made this big shipment from Brickforge for just a bunch of pieces so I could have a lot of custom figures, because I was just really inspired at one point because I wanted to do, like I said, anything but schoolwork. And, you know, schoolwork just gets boring and monotonous. But that's not important. So back to the figures, and we have one more custom, and that is Tom Hardy's Bane. This one, like, took the longest, actually, but what's an interesting fact about him is he has none of the original pieces from the Bane minifigure. I just thought he was kind of inaccurate, and it'd be better if I just start from the ground up. So I got a knockoff figure, so that's how I got the mask and this leathery cape, trench coat, and I had to customize this mask. Let me see if I can get it off. Oh, I got the head off. I had to shave down the sides of it so that you could see the eyes better. I don't know what the head's from, but it was like perfect. It had like these stress lines with the jaw and like above the eye to show he's like really angry. Sorry, let me let that focus. And then I moved the back printing because he had like a blank stare face. So I moved that. And then I painted a little bit of details. I don't know if you can tell. It took me a while, but I got like some silvery details on his little like mouthpiece area. So really proud of that. And then if you continue without the head, you can see I got the vest. That's a custom piece, but it's originally from Brickforge. And if you turn it around, you can see I painted it tan. Painted it a pretty close tan to Lego's tan, but painted the whole thing tan. But also one thing you won't notice is that it used to have a back, but I cut it with an X-Acto knife and then sanded it down so that it perfectly just rests here without any noticeable distinction, because I didn't really want to do the like coatless one. I think the coat adds a lot to this figure, and a lot of things about like characters and stuff like that is their outline, and I think he has a really nice outline with the cape. Why do I keep saying cape? With the trench coat. Goodness. And then the legs come from like in a Black Widow or a Falcon or something like that, and the torso is from the Lego Batman movie, like dolphin trainer suit. I don't really remember it. He was in a Speedo. And then if you look over here, he has a glove, because he has a glove in the movie, but the glove has like a glove top. And I did that using Input Bricks idea, which I'll put the video in the description, where basically you get like these studs and you cut off the little stud so that it has a hole to put the glove through and make it look a little more detailed. It adds just a little extra oomph that you don't really notice immediately, but it really ties the figure together, and I really like it. I've used it for a few other characters that I'll probably talk about more, but I guess I'll show them real quick. You got Iron Man. He has them in a different way, but that's not important. I'll show those later. Right now, it's about the Dark Knight. And one thing I also did was I made him a little taller. If you can see, I added like a stud underneath his feet. And it might be a little bit odd when you notice it at first, but one of the cool things it does is it makes him taller than the average minifigure, which adds a bit of like the aura that was necessary in that movie. That made him a bit of a menace. And I really like that. I think it's a neat little touch. I didn't really have any other way to add it, so I just did the studs. If you have a different way, you can let me know, but right now, I think I'm proud of this, because I think adding a little bit of height difference with certain characters adds a lot to it. But that's all I got right now. I got a lot more customs that I want to show and go over, but not today. There'll be different videos, different segments, and you might be wondering, when will those come out? The answer is whenever I feel like it. So I'm just going to line them up for a nice thumbnail shot, because I want to make these videos like those old YouTube Lego showcases where you could just kind of watch someone ramble about the hobbies they enjoy. So I'm going to keep doing this as long as I want to, whenever I want to, and that's all I got for this video. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'll probably respond. I'll probably respond. I'm not really busy at all. Got homework I'm dodging, but I think that'll be it for this video. Yeah, bye.